Hello, and welcome to the People's Clerk, the show where you, the citizens of Fulton County, get a chance to learn more about the different services available through the Superior Court Clerk's office and how those services relate to everyday issues that impact the life, the liberty, and the property of the people we serve. I am Kathleen Tina Robinson, and I am proud to serve as your clerk of Fulton County Superior and now Magistrate Court. That's correct. In addition to serving as your Fulton County Clerk of Superior Court, it is an honor to announce that recently I was appointed to serve as the Clerk of Fulton County's Magistrate Court as well, merging the Superior and Magistrate Court Clerk's offices. Since this pairing, my staff and I have been working to implement processes that will maximize efficiency and enhance customer service. When we return from break, we'll talk with Magistrate Court's highest ranking official about my new appointment and the merger of the two offices. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Today we are discussing the recent merger of Fulton County's Superior and Magistrate Clerk's offices. Joining me today to discuss the details surrounding this merger is the Chief Judge of Magistrate Court, the Honorable Cassandra Kirk. Judge Kirk, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Judge, before we get into the merger of the courts, can you tell the viewers about the Honorable Cassandra Kirk?
Absolutely, thank you. My name is Cassandra Kirk. I am a Georgia native. I was born here, raised here. I have worked for Fulton County for, let's not say I've been here for several years. I have worked as a prosecutor, as a defense attorney. I have served as a juvenile court judge. I have also served in roles as a director of legal services for various state entities. And I started my career in a law firm practicing labor and employment law. So I've had a good deal of experience doing lots of different things.
Yes, and what came about for you to become the Chief Magistrate Court? How did that happen?
I had the pleasure of being appointed by the governor, Governor Deal, who appointed me to this position on December 29th, 2014. That day is etched in my mind. I began service on January 6, 2015, and since that time I've been looking forward to making Fulton County the best magistrate court we can have.
And you're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you, as are you.
Thank you. Would you please explain to the viewers the role of the Magistrate Court and the differences in the jurisdiction of Magistrate and Superior Court?
Magistrate Court has a very important role in the judicial process. We are one of 4 constitutionally required courts. Those other courts are Superior Court, Juvenile Court, and Probate Court. The 1983 Georgia Constitution created the magistrate courts, a unified magistrate court system, disbanding the Justice of the Peace courts as well as the small claims courts. The differences between Magistrate Court and Superior Court is, you're absolutely right, is in the jurisdiction of the cases that we are allowed to hear. Magistrate Court does not hear cases discussing equity. We don't hear cases arguing about divorce, child custody. We do not have jury trials. So what does Magistrate Court do? Magistrate Court has civil as well as criminal jurisdiction. I think we are most known for doing our landlord-tenant dispossessory cases. Those are cases which do not require a $15,000 amount in controversy. The other civil cases which Magistrate Court requires are any cases in which there are civil damages less than $15,000. Those could be abandoned motor vehicles, small claims cases, case suits on account, suits on contracts, personal property foreclosures, garnishments. So that's a wide range of civil cases that we do. In terms of our criminal cases, Magistrate Court, I like to say, is a gateway court. For the criminal cases, a magistrate judge is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week through our electronic warrant system, which is like a video conferencing system we use with law enforcement in order to issue search and arrest warrants. So that's the first step in the criminal process, and a magistrate is available to do that in Fulton County. In addition, we also handle the first appearance hearings as well as preliminary hearings. That is the opportunity for a person accused of a crime to come in, understand what their rights are, understand whether or not they will be available, whether or not bond will be available, and how it is they will process through the system. And so using a magistrate is the first level of determining whether the case will move to Superior Court or State Court. Some of the other cases that magistrates also handle are ordinance cases, which are county ordinances or code violations.
Okay.
And then one of the other things that we do that's fun is we get to do marriages.
Wow. Weddings. Wow. So tell me more about that. That sounds like, well, not the best thing, but one of the best things that you get the opportunity to do.
It's one of the least adversarial things that we get to do, and that makes it a joy.
Right.
And so when Fulton County celebrated the landmark decision legalizing same-sex marriages, the magistrate courts, other than the sole probate court judge here in Fulton County, the magistrate court judges were at the highest rate of judges participating in officiating those ceremonies. And we continue to this day, Monday through Thursday, to offer marriage ceremonies. We do it by appointment, mainly because we have court schedules.
Right, yeah.
Otherwise, people can come and have their marriages performed at the joint ceremony or at the mass ceremony on Fridays by the probate court judge.
Well, that's good to know, that people can have their ceremonies done by appointment. Again, I am so honored that you appointed me as the clerk of magistrate court, because I think it's only fitting that the people's clerk be the clerk of the people's court.
Absolutely.
So tell me, why was the decision made for that appointment, number one, and also for the merger of magistrate and superior court?
And so in 2012, the Fulton County Court Improvement Task Force made a decision and studied the courts and looked at the efficiencies of those courts. Based on that study, and then based also on the National Center for State Courts' final study, it was determined that better efficiencies could be created by a consolidated court system. Being the newest judge on the block, the newest court on the block, it was in the county's best interest for us to combine with an already existing court. And for me, with the infrastructure that Superior Court already has, with the career development that Superior Court offers to its employees, Superior Court was the natural fit for the magistrate court and the magistrate employees. And as you know, we do high volume business. It is important that magistrate court be able to efficiently handle those cases and have those cases move forward.
Right. And as you mentioned, even I didn't really know until now the magnitude of and how busy that court is, because many of the people that come to that court are not attorneys. They're pro se litigants. And so tell us the actual structure when people are coming in for these hearings. I know you're the chief magistrate, but there are other judges that hear these cases and sit at these various hearings. So what can these pro se litigants as well as attorneys expect when they come in?
And I'm glad you mentioned that. Magistrate court is absolutely one of the courts that is accessible to all the people. It is, as you mentioned, the people's court. You do not need an attorney to come to magistrate court. It is someplace where citizens can sue, where businesses can also sue. Businesses can come representing themselves as opposed to having an attorney. That's a unique twist for magistrate court. And so for citizens that would be coming to the court, I would say to you, look at our website. It gives you an overview of what the cases are. We have videos on the site that tell you exactly what's going to happen in court. They tell you what to bring. If you review the types of cases, it tells you what you need, what the court will be looking for as we move forward to adjudicating your cases. So I would say come in. We have a TG100, the clerks are incredibly helpful. They are customer service driven. And so it is our intent to help the citizens move through what's needed to take care of these cases. But the website would be the first touch, just to get a general idea. And then obviously on the website, we have legal resources for those people that need them. And I would encourage those people that are in landlord-tenant situations where they're not really sure what's going on. Atlanta Volunteer Lawyers has a pro bono association as well as legal aid. And so I would just encourage you again to look at the website.
To visit the website. And you mentioned that I guess some attorneys or agencies do pro bono work for those individuals who need help when they're coming to the courts. Can you tell the viewers a little more about that?
So the Atlanta Volunteer Lawyers Association, or Atlanta Volunteer Lawyers Foundation, has a long-standing commitment to the court to provide pro bono legal services, which is basically free legal services to those people that qualify. And that is on our civil side. Obviously, on the criminal side, the court has a conflict public defender who is able to take care of those indigent defendants that are unable to afford counsel. So there are counsel available for those people that have questions and have some other needs that they need to be taken care of.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, you'll learn more on how this merger will benefit you. We'll also talk about some exciting system implementations that we have in store and much more. You're watching The People's Clerk. Please stay tuned. Welcome back. Before we went to break, we were discussing the recent merger of Fulton's Superior and Magistrate Court with the Honorable Judge Cassandra Kirk. Judge Kirk, how will this merger benefit our citizens?
The biggest benefit for the citizens is being able to utilize the infrastructure of the Superior Court Clerk's office. One of the biggest things that it's benefiting us right now is we are able to e-file. We are one of the few courts, magistrate courts in the state of Georgia that is e-filing, and using your experience as having done Superior Court's e-filing, it has made our transition to e-file seamless. That is one of the great experiences for the citizen. You no longer have to come downtown to park. You don't have to go to an annex. You don't have to pay a courier to bring your items here. You can sit anywhere and e-file, in your office, in your home, anywhere a computer exists that you can connect to the e-file system. And soon we'll be able to e-file from wherever they are in the state of Georgia into Fulton County. I think those are exciting innovations that you as clerk have brought to us. Some of the other benefits are that we will have one clerk, that the person won't have to worry. A citizen coming into the court won't have to worry, what courtroom am I going to? Where am I supposed to be? Which clerk's office do I use? It cuts down on confusion. Fulton County is a gigantic county.
Yes,
it's a million-person population, and coming into the court is not fun. It's confusing, it's overwhelming, and having one clerk cuts down on that confusion.
Yes, absolutely right. I agree. Now, does Magistrate Court offer any programs to assist people when they find themselves being arrested or charged with an offense?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking that question. And so, as judges, the law tells us what it is we are required to do. But as people, we know that sometimes we are sympathetic to people and their situations. Not everyone that comes to court or is accused of a crime is a bad person. Sometimes people have extenuating circumstances that land them where they are. And so Magistrate Court has two programs, one that we are spearheading and actually moving forward, and one that we participate in with the Fulton County DA's office. The first of those programs is the Treatment Diversion Court. Okay. It is a pre-plea mental health court. It was started by the late Judge Kim Warden. It is now being run by Judge Lillian Cottle, and we are very excited about what is happening in that court. It is a court that shelters mental health defendants, and by shelters I mean actually shuttles them from the jailhouse into some sort of sustained temporary living, as well as discharge planning, because our goal is to look at those inmates that have mental health issues and figure out how we can help them move from the jail into some stabilized environment in the community where they are also safe for citizens. And so safety of citizens in all the accountability courts is obviously our main goal. Right. And so there are certain criteria for which offenders will be allowed to participate in these programs. Okay. Thankfully, we have the support of the solicitor, Carmen Smith, Solicitor General Carmen Smith. We have the support, and I'm talking only about TDC, of the Behavioral Mental Health Department, as well as various community stakeholders. One of the innovations for the TDC program right now is a collaboration with Emory University School of Medicine, as well as their psychiatry and law department, where they are looking at a program for our most seriously ill women offenders, because right now a program does not exist for women offenders to deal with those issues. And so that is one of the pilot programs that we are doing. Moving into the court or the program with the Fulton County District Attorney's Office, again, we have the support obviously of Mr. Howard, the Fulton County District Attorney. We have attorneys from the Office of Vernon Pitts, who is our public defender, and then we have various community stakeholders and leaders out on Fulton Industrial Boulevard and their community improvement district that have bought into community court. And community court, again, is a certain specified level of crime, mainly misdemeanor, low-level offenders, but our purpose is to end recidivism, to stop that door. And so at community court, what we are looking for is, what is the root cause of that problem? Is it substance abuse? Is it homelessness? Is it just general lifestyle? What it is, and how can we make a transition rehabilitation plan for that individual? Both of the courts are non-adversarial, supported again by the solicitor, by the prosecutor, supported also by the defense, as well as the communities in which we serve. And so those are really great opportunities for magistrate court to partner with the community.
Right. I agree. I mean, and I do think that it's time to, do a paradigm shift, because, we can't, our jails are already overcrowded. It's very expensive to house people in jails and in prisons. So I applaud you for that effort, and also gaining partners and people to get involved in that, because it is so important, not just for the person who has been accused of the crime, but for the community at large, because it makes all of us safer when we can get people to have that transition and to do better and decrease the recidivism in our communities.
Absolutely.
Okay, now let's talk about a service that so many people, because Fulton County is large, as you said before, the annex locations. What services are provided there in our North Service Center, South Service Center, and downtown, but especially those annex locations.
All right. And so our North and South Service Centers offer drop-off pleading locations. So it's a place where you can drop off your pleadings in terms of civil pleadings. We also hold copy of charges criminal cases north as well as south. We hold environmental calendars north as well as south. And environmental, again, is the code enforcement. It is the county ordinance violations. It is those crimes that are less than misdemeanors but require some sort of adjudication. And then the other thing that we do is civil cases, small claims civil, again, north and south. So suits on account, suits on contracts, suits that involve personal injury or property damage, suits that involve contracts. So we do small claims civil, again, less than $15,000 north and south. And as I mentioned, we also provide judicial assistance for both state and superior court. So at the north and south annexes, our magistrates will sit for traffic calendars north and south.
Okay. Yeah, that was another thing I wanted to make sure that the viewers understand, that while magistrate court has its own functions, magistrate judges actually participate in the hearings that are actually the jurisdiction of the state and superior court. And so can you talk a little more about that?
Absolutely, and it is through designation. So the chief superior court judge as well as the chief state court judge will ask when in fact they need assistance providing or assisting with their calendars if there are magistrate judges that can assist with those calendars, and we are happy to do that. There are 22 magistrate court judges. There are full-time judges, part-time judges, as well as senior judges that will service this county as it is needed.
Great. Y'all are real busy.
We are, and I have not mentioned the jail because we haven't talked about judges that actually sit at the jail.
At the jail, right.
So we have a lot of courtrooms to cover.
You do. Now, we are, again, I'm just excited about this opportunity. And you've talked about the benefits of having one clerk as it relates to our customers and customer service. Can you tell us, when you were contemplating your decision, what were some of the other things you thought about as it relates to how you want to see your court? Because this is your court.
One of the things that is of concern is obviously economic efficiency. I want to make sure that for the citizens of Fulton County that this is the best court for the value, that we are really looking at how we use the citizens' money. I am very well aware that this is not my money, it's not anyone else, it is the taxpayers' money, and we need to make sure that we are using those funds efficiently. In my mind, it did not make sense to create a third clerk structure or a third court administration structure, because that's just more people at the top and less people actually doing work. And with the volume that we have from magistrate court, we need everybody doing work.
I understand.
And it's important that the clerk as well as the judges are able to work together and function together, because we have a lot to do.
We have a lot of work.
We have a lot to do, and we don't really
Yes.
have the energy for that. I believe greater efficiency. I also believe greater career path for the employees. I am unsure that there was a career path that which now currently exists for those employees. I think employee development is important. I know for our judges, all of the judges are very well trained. We make sure that we have trainings as it relates to most of the cases, all of the cases that we do eventually, and then we are required to do additional recertifications. And so for our employees, it's important. Training is important.
Well, I mean, this has been so great, and I want to thank you again for coming on this show. We're going to take a break, and when we return, you'll hear my final thoughts. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I would like to thank our guest, Chief Magistrate Judge Cassandra Kirk, for joining us today. I would also like to thank her for remaining dedicated to pursuing justice for Fulton County. I look forward to working with her in elevating the level of customer service and efficiency in the Fulton County Magistrate Court. Due to Judge Kirk's belief in my vision, ability, and experience, she entrusted me with the duties of clerk in Magistrate Court, just as Fulton County citizens believed when I became Clerk of Superior Court in 2007. Since being elected as Superior Court Clerk in 2008 and re-elected in 2012, I have dedicated my efforts towards placing the citizens first. And through a wonderful staff, the Superior Court Clerk's office has made remarkable strides in making the office more efficient, effective, and engaging as it relates to the way we deliver our services to you. It is our hope that you will soon experience similar changes in magistrate court operations. I am confident that with hard work, dedication, and adequate resources, we will soon reach our goal of continuing to meet and exceed the ever-growing demands of Georgia's largest county. I hope you are as excited as I am that the People's Clerk is now a part of the People's Court. Should you ever need any of the clerk's office's many services, we are located at 136 Prior Street, Atlanta, Georgia 30303. We also have 3 Fulton County Service Centers for your convenience. We can also be reached at 404-613-5313, or please visit our website at www.fultonclerk.org. We take pride in assisting every Fulton County resident in every way that we can, because we believe in doing the right thing the right way each time for every customer. I'm Kathleen Tina Robinson, and I am the People's Clerk. See you next time.